Okay, we're recording. Here we go. Okay, so we're at the end of October, which is super exciting. I cannot believe it that Thanksgiving and Christmas are literally within weeks away. And I know that a lot of us have really felt the weight of just kind of I'm not going to say dead market, but I just feel it's been difficult in October for this month. I don't know if you guys have felt that or not. But man, it has been a tough month, I think, for a lot of us. And so I'm excited to get into the holiday season. Now, I know from last year and from hearing previous coaches talk about previous years that the holidays can be a little bit tricky because people are like, I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm not even going to worry about my health and fitness until January. And so our goal is to really help them understand that there's, people gain anywhere from 3 to 10 pounds over the holiday season because it's not just one Thanksgiving meal or one Christmas meal. I mean, we're talking leftovers. And then because you've allowed yourself to just gorge, which I'm totally guilty of that, you then start craving sweets and all the bad stuff and you give into it because it's the holiday season. Why not? In January, I'll pick back up. So we have a big job ahead of us to encourage people and to show them that working out and eating well now can help you avoid that holiday weight gain that most people literally just never lose. And that's why people just can't figure out for the life of them why they've gained 30 pounds over the last 3 years. And then looking back, they go, I went a little crazy over the holidays. Well, they just never lost that weight. So we have a big job ahead of us for this holiday season, but we can do it. And so it's going to be exciting. But if you've been kind of feeling the lull, don't be discouraged. I think everyone feels it to an extent, but it just means to work harder and to keep going, to not give up, and to really invest in the people who are on board and who are participating in your challenge groups and so on and so forth. So anyway, so that's kind of my little whatever spiel. I know we have some new coaches on our team, so I just want to say welcome. We are so excited for you to be a part of the Team 180 family and the community that we have. And it's so exciting because, as you'll hear tonight, we're going to expand our vision as a team, and I'm really excited. And if you're new and this is your first call that you're listening to or webinar that you're watching, this isn't going to be totally normal. Normally, we talk through different systems, as in, how do I sign up a coach? How do I train my leaders? How do I run a challenge group? We talk about a lot of systematic things, but tonight we're going to talk about more of the structure of our team, and I'm really, really excited about it. So before I really go into it, I did want to say that, and I just want to show you, maybe showing you will help. I have 4 cross-training couture tanks because I promised that if anybody advanced in rank for the month of October, I would send you a cross-training couture tank for free. And you still have time. You have a full week this week. Well, technically you have until Wednesday evening, but you just have 3 full days, and that's a big deal. So I wanted to show you, just so you don't think I'm lying. I've got 1 tank. I've got this pretty little pink one. I think this one's probably one of my favorites. I've got the blue original. This was the very first tank that ever came out. Fitness is my witness. And then I've got this one, Strong and Courageous. Look at that. Aren't those cool? They're the best. I've got a ton of them. In fact, I have all of them. They're fabulous. So I want to give them to you. I want to send them to you, but I have to only send them to people who advance in rank, but there's still time. So if you have 1 coach on your team and all you need is 1 more, holy moly, make it happen this week. I want to send you a tank and celebrate with you and watch you grow your business and take that next step forward to Emerald or to Ruby or to Diamond, whatever that looks like for you. I want to make that happen for you. And I want to help any way I can. So, okay, so those are kind of the announcements. And tonight, like I said, is going to be a little bit different. Colson and I went to a conference in Atlanta this past week, and it was a small groups conference because my husband is a pastor. And he runs small groups at our church, which is basically outside of church, groups of people meet and talk about Jesus, or, different, they can talk about marriage or relationships, parenting, whatever. But it's a community groups essentially. And I learned a lot from this conference, and I took a lot of things away. First of all, just understanding what he does a little bit better, but also a lot of things that I felt would be really beneficial for our team. And my head was literally spinning, just trying to think of, okay, how do I explain all of this? How do I implement this into our team? And how do I make our team better? And so I want to talk about that tonight with you. And I hope you can hang in there with me, and I hope you're able to take notes, because this really and truly is something I feel like will change the future of our team, really. And that's my prayer, my hope, is that when we implement this as a team together, and when everybody's on board with this, I really think it's going to make a huge, huge difference. Tonight, we're going to talk about establishing our purpose as a team, as Team 180, our expectations, and our mission. Those are the three things I want to talk about. And that may seem a little bit odd to you, like I said, but this is what I want this to be, the bread and butter of our team. And on that note, I do want to apologize to you, because as your leader for the last year and a half, whether you're brand new or you've been with me since the beginning, I want to apologize, because I know that I have not really set or cast vision for our team like I really should. I really haven't created a structure, a simple, clear structure for our team. And I've not really made everything clear as far as what is our purpose, why do we do what we do, and as a team, what does that look like for us specifically? Because with Beachbody, their success statement is that's something we're going to talk about. It says ending the trend of obesity, and that's it. I mean, how simple is that? We're going to end the trend of obesity together. And that is Beachbody's success statement. And I love it. I love it. And I think we should all adopt that. But we don't really push that as far as, that is our vision. That is the end all be all, is to help end the trend of obesity. And that really, we hear it, but we don't necessarily push for it. And I want to make a success statement for our team. My goal for you from this call and for the future, because this is not just, just doesn't happen immediately, is that I want everyone to become owners. I want each of us individually to become owners and not managers of our business. And that may seem like, okay, but the thing is, there's a big difference. There's coaches who manage, and there's coaches who own their businesses. And I know I did a webinar about this not too long ago, about owning your business, and kind of shared the difference between that. But it's so important for you to not just take what Beachbody's given you and just, copy every other coach and exactly what they're doing and hope for the best. You've got to own it, make it yours, make it real, make it live, and make it, just make it real and a priority. And there's just a big difference between just managing something and really owning it and running with it and going with it. And I want you to have that. And I want that to be something that you can duplicate and pass down to your team. Teach them, how do I really own a business that's really essentially just kind of set up for me from the beginning, right? So we get all the tools. We're told what to do. We create a Facebook fit page, like most other coaches. We do all of these things almost identical. And sometimes that doesn't allow us to feel like we're really owning a business, that we really have something that is that is great, that is worth talking about and sharing, because sometimes it can just look like an identical business to the next person. And so it's all about figuring out and this is a whole different call, but it's all about figuring out your niche, your market, and running with it and making it your own and spending the time there doing that. And as we talk tonight, I want you to remember that we are all individual business owners. But as we establish more team clarity and structure, it's going to allow us to thrive as a team. Because yes, you could run with your business, build it, do it all by yourself without ever talking to any other coaches on Team 180 or any other Beachbody coaches in general. You could totally build this huge business, but do you want to do it that way? And is that going to be the most beneficial way to do it? I always say we're better together because we are. Yes, we own our own businesses and it's independent. But the thing is together with our ideas, with sharing encouragement and accountability, we can be so much better together than we are or could be individually. So that's kind of what I wanted to say initially. Okay, let's get into this. So number one is I want to talk about creating a success statement. Just like Beachbody has theirs, ending the trend of obesity, I want to create one for our team. Now, I have not come up with one yet because I didn't feel like it needed to just be me. I really feel that we as a team need to come up with a success statement together. That may seem a little bit chaotic to you. You may be thinking everybody's going to have a different opinion and idea, and that's probably true. But you know what? We're probably going to come up with a much better success statement together than I on my own or maybe one other individual or whatever could come up with. I think we all bring so much to the table. So in creating a success statement, and let me explain it a little bit further. Why is a success statement important? The success statement casts the vision for our team. So if somebody says, oh, cool, well, what are you guys all about? Like, what is this Team 180? And you say, we are a group of coaches who are, boom, success statement. And that success statement is going to explain everything that we do, the reason we do it, and in one sentence or two sentences max. And that's it. And we can memorize it and we can think, okay, this is what our goal is. All of us together, we're aiming for the same goal, the same purpose, and we're all on the same page. Yes, we're doing our own individual thing, but we have one goal and one vision in mind. And that's what I want our Team 180 success statement to be. Something we can lean on, something we can shoot for, something we have just keep our eyes on, that one thing, this success statement. And I really think it's going to make a huge difference for our team. So, okay, so I want it to be everybody. The next thing, I want it to be simple, clear, easy to remember, and easy to share. That's what I want our success statement to be. I want it to just be clear as day. I want it to be easy to remember so that any of us at any given time when we're asked, so what is this like coaching thing that you do? Oh, well, explain that, say the success statement, and that's it. And people can go, oh, okay, that's really cool. Because when somebody says, well, what is Beachbody? And you can say, well, Beachbody, creates at-home programs. They have coaches who help people get the best results to end the trend of obesity. Boom. That's it. Like that's about all you need to say, right? Because they get it. They get it right there. So anyway, so it's really important for us to create this. And on a side note, the reason I feel like this is so important is even the Bible talks about it in Proverbs 29:18. It says, where there's no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. And I think that is so key. I mean, pastors and churches and, organizations, they know that when there's not a vision, then it can be chaotic because there's not one goal in mind that everybody is aiming for, that the entire organization has their eyes on. So it's really important that we keep a vision in mind, that we have that. And so that's why I'm very passionate about this, because I know that could really make a difference just for our team and us individually. Okay, so number one was creating a success statement. We're going to do that as a team. So this week, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just start throwing out some very clear, I think I even started kind of writing down some notes, like what are some things that create success? What are things that we would consider as coaches successful? What is that? What do we want to be a part of that statement? And I just wrote down things like building relationships, connecting people with tools, helping them take one step at a time, closer to health, notes like that. Now, obviously, it's going to be a 1 to 2 sentence thing, and that's it. But this week, I think I'm going to really start asking for your help too, to really give me some input on what we can make this success statement look like. Very clear, precise, right to the point. This is what we're about. This is what we consider to be success. Okay, so number 2. Here's something that I want to explain, because number 2 is establishing expectations for Team 180 coaches. Okay, so this is for our team. These are expectations I want for us as coaches, for our team. And obviously, like I keep saying to you, because I don't want you to forget this, obviously, that we each own our individual business, but as a team, we can build businesses stronger, quicker, and better together. And I know, so as I say expectations, remember that I'm not saying this is what I expect out of you as a coach, because you are your own business owner. And I hope you have a lot of these expectations for yourself and for your own business. But this is just something I want to establish as team expectations, so that it's very clear when you become a Team 180 coach, you're not just like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do or how I'm supposed to act or what I'm supposed to say. These are just some guidelines like, hey, this is kind of what we expect as coaches. So keeping that in mind. Also keeping in mind that the reason why I'm establishing these expectations is that it's really hard to hold people accountable to unclear expectations. So, I mean, I think we've all worked at a place where it's like, am I allowed to take holidays off? Or is that like an unspoken rule? What are the expectations here? If you've ever been in that situation, it happens everywhere. I think it happens at all jobs, and it happens at churches, and it happens everywhere. There's sometimes just not clear expectations. And so for our team, I felt it was very important to just give those boundaries and guidelines. And it's something I think we all can do. I mean, I didn't create these with any one person in mind at all. In fact, I created these more so on what do I want my personal business to look like, and then go from there. So establishing expectations. So number 1, the expectation is to act and live with integrity, to have integrity in our health, which means, when we tell somebody that we're exercising, when we tell somebody that we're eating healthy, to be doing that. And if we're not, to be able to be open and honest and say, hey, I'm really struggling. Here's what's really going on. So we need to have integrity in our health. We need to have integrity with the words that we say and the conversations that we have with people, and to always keep other people first, no matter what. Another way to have integrity is through our actions. So how are we treating people? What do our actions say? Actions speak louder than words. That's the truth. And I know that, having a business solely online can be kind of tricky with our actions, but I think you guys kind of know how to handle that. The second thing under that is to have a helpful spirit. The expectation is that you're helpful, that as a coach, that you're going to go out of your way to help somebody get healthy, because that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're here to do. That's why you signed up. And to be an encourager. Whether or not you are a natural encourager, you need to learn to be encouraging, because people want to be encouraged. That's part of our human nature. And so that's an expectation I have for all of us, that we are going to be helpful, that we're going to encourage people and everybody we talk to. Another thing is that we are going to, I'm going to expect that you're going to make time for coaching. If you've told me, or if you have discussed with your upline coach that this business is something you want to do, then the expectation is that you will put in the time, right? And I just wanted to share and remind you that the coaching, it's not just another thing we get to do. It really isn't. It's truly a privilege. And it's honestly, there's such a need. There's such a great need for what we do right now. And I wanted to share a couple of statistics with you, just to remind you and to keep it really fresh in your head of why we do what we do, and why it is so critically important for us to be creating new contacts and holding challenge groups and having integrity and with the people we're talking to and the conversations we have. And here's some statistics I want to remind you of. And this is of this year. 35% of adults who are 20 years and older are obese. 35% are obese. 69% of adults 20 years and older are overweight. 69%, that's a lot of people are overweight. 18% of 12 to 19-year-old children are obese. 12 to 19%, or I'm sorry, 18% of 12 to 19-year-olds. It's just crazy. Our world, as much as there's a health fad, I wouldn't say fad, but health craze going on with organic and non-GMO and all these things, as much as that's happening, we still have a huge crisis on our hands. Huge. Because as you know, even being overweight really, really creates a lot of challenges in their lives and frustrations. And as women, we understand being overweight or being obese is just, it's crippling to our confidence. It's crippling to who we are and who we are created to be, because it can be just so difficult to deal with as women, especially. So our job is huge. Our job is never ending. As coaches, we always have a responsibility to help people get healthy, and it is a privilege. And I expect for all of us to understand that, or hope that we're all going to understand that it's not just something we do or a hobby or just something that, that sounds good. I mean, when you sign up as a coach, even if you sign up as a discount coach, you have to understand that responsibility is there, that we have the tools to really help people get healthy. Okay, so the fourth expectation for our team is to participate in the team page and the activities we have and the calls and things that are going on. It's really, really important to participate in those things. And that should be an expectation. When you're part of a team, you want to be a teammate, and you want to be a good teammate, somebody who's reliable and who's there and can just be available. So participating in the team pages and whatever the activities is really, really important. The next and final thing, the final expectation, and I didn't really have or know of the best word to say, so hopefully this makes sense to you guys, is to promote Team 180. And what I mean by that is to always speak positively of it. So, if you have a customer complaining or a coach on your team complaining, or, if conversation goes to your coaching team or your network or Beachbody coaches in general, make a habit to speak positively about them. It can be really easy. There's times where I know you guys have experienced this, where customer relations has screwed up really big, and you've got customers who are just like super upset, and that has happened to every single coach. Please please do not feel alone on that. But it can be easy to get really frustrated with coaching or with Beachbody, but it's really important to always speak positively about our company, even when you're really frustrated, and to just always, especially with customers, because the moment you start talking bad about your own company is when they're going to go, well, this person doesn't even believe in what they're doing, so why am I going to stick around? And so anyway, the expectation is that you'll always speak highly of Team 180, of your team of coaches, of Beachbody in general, of Team Next Level. Always speak positively. That's definitely an expectation. So those are the expectations that I have. And this is something that I'm going to put on our team page in a file so that everybody has it. I think it's really important for all of us to have those and to see them. And anyway, okay, let's move on because I'm running out of time. The third thing and the final thing is our mission, our Team 180 mission. And this is going to be really cheesy because I started going in one direction and I was like, oh my gosh, look at me. I'm being really clever and funny. It's not. It just happened to be this way. So, anyways, so our mission, this is what we're going to be doing. This is the process. This is the journey. This is what we're aiming for. Our mission at hand. Okay. So I wrote down these 3 things that I think are kind of silly, but it's true. I was trying to narrow down, okay, what is our mission? If we can just plain as day, what is it that we are wanting to do? What is it? Underneath of our success statement is our mission. Boom, here it is. Ready? And it's all coming out of mathematical terms. So for my teacher friends, you'll like this, I guess, or maybe you'll hate it because I'm really cheesy. Number 1, addition. We're adding people to our network and to our influence. And this is customers that I'm talking about. These are people who could be potentially part of these statistics. They're overweight, they're obese, they need help, they are sick and tired of being on medication, they're sick and tired of lack of confidence, they're tired, they cannot keep up with their children, they are tired of feeling sick all of the time, for constantly gaining weight and never losing, and just battling all the time. These are the people that we want to add to our influence and to our network. These are, every person. Colson and I were just having a conversation, so the credit all goes to him. But he says we may think, okay, because I know for me, I have a specific number of new people I want to get in touch with each day, and it can be very easy to get caught up in, okay, I've got 5 new people to talk to today, and those 5 people, that's a good number. And if you hit the number, great. But remember that every number is a person, and every number is a story, and every number is somebody who needs help, and we have the solution to that problem. And so when you think addition, we're going to add people to our network, add stories, add people who need us, who we can really help, put those tools in their hands. So think addition. We're adding people. Our mission is to add people to our network, to our influence, not just for the sake of adding them, not just for the sake of being able to check off and say, I made 5 contacts today. We're adding people to our influence and to our network to truly help them see life change through Beachbody programs, through Shakeology, through supplements, through healthy living, through accountability and support and encouragement. The next thing is, oh, sorry. It's telling me I have 10 minutes. Of course, it would tell me. That's why they get you on the free stuff. Anyways, okay. Next thing is multiplication. We are multiplying ourselves in our downline, in our coaches. Okay. So multiplying means adding coaches. It means multiplying what we know into somebody else so that they can go and influence the people in their circle, in their area, in their state, in their city. So we're multiplying ourselves into other coaches to help them reach beyond what we could ever reach, right? So you have addition, you have multiplication, and of course you have subtraction. We are trying to subtract the health decline that is going on all around us. This is these statistics, because these statistics are our neighbors. These statistics are our family members. These are people that go to church with us, that are our teachers, that are our classmates. These people are all around us. And I say these people, I know that sounds so silly. I just don't have names for everybody. The people in these statistics are everywhere. And we want, and our mission should be to subtract those numbers, to subtract the percentages, to help those percentages go down and not continue to go up, right? So our mission is to add new people to our influence, customers, success stories, life change. We want to multiply ourselves into other great leaders who can go out and reach people that we can't. And subtract, we want to subtract those percentages. We want to help the decline, we want to help decline the unhealthy habits and the people who are living in those. So that's our mission. Okay. And here's just a couple things, since I have 10 minutes, holy moly, they're going to cut me off. Couple thoughts that I want to leave you with before I let you go. And I've repeated this time and time, but I hope that you remember this, that even though we have our own individual businesses as coaches, we are independent contractors, we are independent business owners, we are always better together. And I never want any coach on this team to ever feel like they're in this all by themselves. And that is why it's so vitally important for everybody on this team to know this vision statement, this success statement, that's my statement. That's me. I believe that. That's where I'm headed to. And we're all going to hold hands and do it together. Right. The final thing I want to leave you with is that you are, and you've heard this before too. You are, and I am, the sum of the 5 people who we spend the most time with. So if you want to be a better coach, you need to spend more time talking with other coaches who are in this to win this, who are in the business, who are working, who are helping people create success stories. You need to find those people. You can find those people on our team because guess what? They're there because they're participating, they're going, they're hitting Success Club, they're hitting volume, they're adding coaches to their team. And so I want to encourage you that if you can, and if you don't already have a success partner, find a success partner on Team 180. It doesn't matter if you're in my downline or in another coach's downline. Find somebody on Team 180 to be your success partner, because I believe that the more that you connect with Team 180, even especially with a success partner, the better it's going to be for you, the better the experience. You're going to get more out of your coaching business personally, and we're better together. That's just the bottom line. So I'm going to leave you with this before they kick me off. I will be we'll be on this week working on our success statement, and I'm hoping by the end of the week we can really narrow it down and have it done. And when we have it, I'll probably do a video or some fancy way we'll make it known that this is our vision, this is our success statement. So, but we're going to do it together. So please help me, give me your input, thoughts, things like that. Don't hesitate. Don't feel like, oh, that's probably dumb. No, because I didn't want to come up with it on my own, because you might think mine is dumb. So just give us your feedback, that sort of thing. And also I'll be putting these things in our team, the files on our team page as well. But I hope that you feel more connected to the team and the vision and the mission and the expectations, and that you do truly feel like a family member on this team. I want us to not just feel like teammates. I want this to be the Team 180 family, to where even if there's issues outside of business, that we can come together and we can encourage each other and lift each other up and be there to support each other. That's what it's all about. I want there to be just this high level of accountability and support from Team 180. I want it to be a very safe place for you, and I want it to be your homepage, your family page. That's what I want Team 180 to be for you as we move forward. So I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you for listening, and we'll be working on that success statement. But I love you, team. I'm just so thankful for you and so proud of you and what you're doing to really help change and transform lives. And that is something that is just awesome, and sometimes can go unrewarded. So I want you to know how grateful I am for you and how awesome you are at what you do. So, all right, I will let you guys go. Hopefully this recording will work, and I will post it, and that's it. But thanks for being on tonight, you guys. Appreciate you so much. And I will talk to you soon.